Alright, ladies and gents, it's Romie here. So it's about that time again when we introduce a new show filled with foolery, buffoonery, growth, development, and stability. Yes, this is the first review for the series premiere of the new show, Family Therapy, a spin-off of Couples Therapy. So Family Therapy, Season 1, Episode 1, Family Therapy begins. And this is Family Therapy with Dr. Jenn. Dr. Jenn does not play, and I'm here for it because she has to deal with some really tough personalities, some really strong personalities. So the show starts off with Tiffany and Sister Patterson. As we know, Sister Patterson is Tiffany, New York's mother, and they just quickly go through the issues of Tiffany and her mom, and how her mom's very controlling, and her mom doesn't listen to her, and her mom is, emotionally abusive to her, and in some cases physically abusive. And her mom at one point was just like, because Tiffany wants a family, she wants a child, her mom was like, if you have a child, I'll take that child away from you, and you'll never see it. And I'm like, what the hell is wrong with, what is really going on? What am I missing here? Because there is something not clean in the water. Sister Patterson is a lot, and we used to love that, but I'm not sure if I'm going to like that on this show. I'm not sure if I'm going to like that on this show. And New York shows up to the compound, and her drink is, it might as well be Kool-Aid and Ciroc. It might as well be, because this is a dry house, so alcohol is not permitted. So, Sister Patterson's just like, you know what? I don't know who else is going to be in this house, but I'm going to burn some sage, because we need to get rid of the spirits before they even come. This is how we do it. And I'm like, I'm not mad at her for that, because I feel a certain way as well. If I had to go in the house with some of the people who were in there who had those issues, and it's like, damn, that's a lot of negative energy. I completely believe in energy. And so, aside from the Lord. And so I wasn't mad at her for burning that stage, but they're like, you know what? We can't have any of that going on in this house. That smoke, it's a hazard, and who knows? Maybe one of the people in there might get a contact high and want to do drugs. Who knows? So anyway, New York was over it because New York had a bottle, and the bottle, of course, it was a combination of juice and alcohol. As a result, they were like, this is a dry house, I need to take this from you. And Sister Patterson was going off. She was like, you're not going to take that from my daughter. You're not going to do that. Why do we have to abide by those rules when that's not our issue? That's not why we're here. That's not what we're about. It's like, how dare you? How dare you go and disrespect me and disrespect one? New York was chugging that thing for dear life. And I'm like, stop it. I mean, is this really a joke? What's really going on? But she looked great, by the way. In my opinion, New York looked great. I mean, she clearly lost some weight in between when she was doing the next 15 and this. Or maybe it was just the clothing or the angles. But whatever it was, her mom was saying how, oh, you've gotten a little fat. And I'm like, damn, a little fat. I mean, she looks great. She looks even better than how she looked on the next 15. So I disagree, Sister Patterson. Sister Patterson. Sister Patterson. And you'll understand why I'm saying that multiple times over by the end of this review. So, after they go and just talk about how, oh, this isn't going to be for me, this isn't going to be for us, we're not down with this, we're not down for this foolery. Then we have Bam. Remember Viva La Bam? That was one of the shows on MTV where it was, Bam is part of the Jackass crew and just doing a bunch of stupid stuff for other people's entertainment, essentially, if you've never seen Jackass. Now, here's the issue. He has a huge drinking problem. His best friend, who was also part of the show, died, and I don't remember if it was like he was killed or an accident or suicide. I don't remember how he died. I just know he did die, and so that caused him to spiral out of control. And he has personal issues internally with himself and what he thinks of himself. He really doesn't think much of himself. I really see him as a tortured soul, because he doesn't seem like someone who would normally hurt a fly. He just seems more so self-destructive to himself, and that's terrifying to see. It really is, because it's like, damn, someone who we sought out entertainment from, we didn't take care of our own, in the sense of, okay, it was cool when he was doing all the stupid stuff and it was on TV and the producers were like, yeah, go for it, do more, be more. The fans were like, go for it, be more, do more. But the fans grew up. He never got out of it. He personally got into a dark place. Of course, the fame was going away, but forget all of that. He lost his best friend, caused him to spiral, and he's never been the same ever since. So he's trying to start over. His mom is terrified that she's going to get that call one day that he died. That didn't happen, but I'm saying she's just terrified that that'll happen. So Sister Patterson in New York, because Bam and his mom come to the house, and Sister Patterson was just like, oh my gosh, you have such a beautiful spirit. That's what he was saying to, that's what she was saying to his mom. And I definitely agree. I definitely can see that. But she said to him, it was like, whoa, whoa, I need a moment. I need a moment, because I can't right now. I cannot. No. No, I can't. I can't. No, I can't. No, I can't. No, I can't. Not right now. And it was just like, yeah, I'm sure we could all get that vibe from him. It was like, woo, torture soul. That's heavy. That's a lot. We can't deal with that right now. But so I was actually here with Sister Patterson on that front. But aside from that, we have Brianna and Brianka, I think. And they're both from Team Mom and 16 and Pregnant. Well, Team Mom 3 to be specific, and 16 Pregnant. One of the sisters, they were both pregnant. But one had the abortion, the other one didn't. The one that didn't have the abortion always felt a certain way about the fact that it's like, okay, now, so you have your kid, and you know, mom just focuses on you and your kid, and I help take care of your baby, and I just feel left out. That's really the main issue. And her sister's just like, look, it's not my fault that, you know, I'm there in Florida, and with my child, raising her there, still in the house with you guys. And her sister was like, excuse me? I do everything for you and your baby, so don't even come down on me or say anything. And I was like, alright, I see where the dysfunction is. One might be a little bit selfish. The other one still feels hurt about giving up her baby and doing the abortion. And now it's like, damn, maybe I shouldn't have. Or it's like, I am here for my niece, but I don't feel like I'm part of the family. I feel like maybe I'm part of the hired help. Next, we have Lindsay Lohan's parents. You know, Dina Lohan and what's his name? Mike? I'm not sure what his name is. But you guys know who I'm talking about. Yeah, Michael and Dina. And they're both on two very separate pages. Mike's just like, you know what, Dina is a liar. She's an habitual liar. And it's like, I hit her once. And she's trying to make up the story like we were in an abusive relationship. She hit me multiple times. I hit her once. And she goes and says, oh, I did all of these things to her. And I don't know why, but I just feel like both of them are lying. I don't trust either of them as far as the truth is concerned. Both of them seem like they're trying to push their own personal agenda. And that's sad, because it's like, that's not what a family's supposed to be. And then how are you raising 4 kids successfully doing so? I mean, really, that's the real question. How do you successfully raise 4 kids when there's all that dysfunction? And so they get to the house as well, and everyone's just like, oh snap, we have some celebrities in the house. It's like, oh, you look just like your daughter. You look just like your daughter. And Sister Patterson, again, comes out and it's like, oh, hi, Michael. Hi, Michael. How you doing? And she goes to shake the hand of Dina, and she's like, woo! Jesus. I can't. And so then she goes upstairs, and I'm not sure what New York was doing at that time, but it was just like, you know, I met Lindsay Lohan's parents, and it's like, oh yeah, I've met them before. I was like, ooh, Michael, he cool, but Dina, ooh, some bad juju. No. I'm just like, really? Really? Enough about Sister Patterson. Aside from that, Bam was praying with his mom, and of course his mom's just praying for health, wealth, and her son not to be suicidal, which essentially that's really what he is. It's just like he's at the point of I don't give an F, and that's terrifying. So Lindsay Lohan, they have the official group, first group therapy, and it goes on with a bang because, well, it goes out with a bang because it starts off with the Lohans. Dina and Michael are just going at it. It's like they both aren't willing to really accept responsibility for what's going on in their marriage or what happened. Michael's like, look, I hit you one time, and you ran with the story of I was abusive throughout the whole marriage or the whole relationship. Dina was like, you've done it multiple times, and why are you lying on me? It's like, look, and Michael's like, I've seen you do drugs with, or at least party with our kids. And it's like, who does that? Who does that? And it's like, look, both of you are wrong. I don't believe either of you. I believe part of everything that both of you are saying. That's what the reality is. And it's sad that it has to be that way. And New York was actually on Michael's side. I feel like a lot of people are on Michael's side because they see Dina partying with Lindsay and all of that. But, yeah, so that didn't go too well. Next, we move on to Sister Patterson and Tiffany, and they're both like, you know what? We agreed to be here, but we didn't agree to do group therapy. We're here for individual therapy, as in my daughter and I. We are not here to go and deal with other people's issues in the sense of us being involved with it because we're putting ourselves out there to them. That's not what we signed up for. And Dr. Jenn's just like, yes, it is. You didn't read the fine print, now did you? You didn't read the fine print, now did you? Well, oh well, that's too bad because now you have the situation of Sister Patterson going off, and then she storms out of there, and Dr. Jenn, I'm not calling him his assistant, the other doctor, or the other psychologist, he goes into their room, and I already knew that was going to be an issue. I was like, even I know better to not just follow them in there like that. He wasn't thinking. He really wasn't thinking. Because there are rules to this thing, and I do agree with Sister Patterson where that part wasn't cool. Even though it was an open forum and she did overreact, it still would have been like, look, I'll talk to you out there separately, but don't just come and walk in my room behind me and really not know what's going on here. I was here for her for 1 second, then I realized, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. I get the logic, but still, this is Sister Patterson, so I can't be on her side because if I say I agree with her, then it's pretty much condoning everything else that she's doing. So, Sister Patterson goes off, and she gets very condescending to Dr. Jenn. And she was like, I want respect, I demand respect because I'm not doing anything disrespectful. It's like, of course you're doing stuff disrespectful. Do you not realize how you're talking to them? That's how you're doing it, is in a disrespectful manner. That is the main issue. Now, New York is just like, Ma, she needs to chill because it really isn't that big of a deal. Just like we're all saying. And so this Sister Patterson's out talking to the rest of the group like, you guys didn't come here to have your psychologist go and deal with me and deal with what's going on even though I'm refusing treatment. You guys want it. And she's not providing it to you. This is bad service. You guys should be upset. And I'm like, what type of logic is this? They should be upset at you for causing the scene. Oh, Sister Patterson, Sister Patterson, Sister Patterson, Sister Patterson. That's it. That's it. DMX and his family is going to come on next week, and that's where the real issues are gonna start, and this is really gonna hit the fan, and I can't wait only because DMX. Why I say DMX? I'm sorry, I not DMX. Dame Dash and his family are gonna come on, and Dame Dash is very honest and very real, so I know things are gonna get serious, and they're gonna get serious fast. So that was it. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Yeah. come back each week because this is going to be lit.